Luke, I want to play this clip from Shannon Sharpe that I found fascinating. He's talking about how people have stepped away from him, given him some distance and some space. Now that he's on the other side of being super successful, let's play the.
I don't want y'all to have the wrong impression, but I'm just very guarded now. I'm very, very guarded. I was always on alert, but I'm on high alert because I really don't know who I can really trust. Because what I've seen over the last 6 months, there are very few people that you can actually trust.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you remember we had this conversation, Ocho, about being down and then people feel like they can pile on.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what was going to happen. I appreciate you, Ocho, because you're like, hey, when you text me, Unc, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to go through, we going through it. You ain't by yourself.
Hey, till the wheels fall off. Shit, you gave me opportunity.
There are so many people, Ocho and Joe,
where I'm going,
that used to call, that used to text.
Yeah.
I ain't heard from them since this happened.
But that's all right, though.
What I don't wish this on anybody. But what it did do is it really showed me who's really, really there.
Right.
There are a lot of people on the peripheral. When things were going well, when we were at the apex and getting invited to everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ain't called. And I'm talking about we were talking once a month, twice a month.
Right.
I've been down before. This public lashing and ridicule and scorn and humiliation.
Been there.
Take your lumps. But it took me a while to realize, like, hold on. You call the people that you're closest to. Brother, mom, sister, kids, best friend, Bucket Burns. You explain to them what? They say, bro, we good. Once I got to that, Ocho, you and I talked about this. Man, look, it is what it is. I'm gonna be all right.
I ain't even want to hear it. We good.
Sunshine follows rain.
What time?
Shannon, here's what I would say. You have your feet in both worlds. I don't even know if I would call it lukewarm, but it's when you're trying to live in both worlds, you're shocked and surprised that, like, oh, a lot of the people that pretended to be your friends aren't your friends. And that's the lesson you're learning here is like, hey, they loved me when I was hot. I hate to make this reference, but I will. But some rap friends of mine from Kansas City, Scatterman and Snug Brim, they love you when you're up. They hate you when you're down. Or I can't remember the song, but it's one of them secular rap songs. I can't believe Shannon at his age is surprised that people have backed away from him given the controversies he's been involved in. They were never your friends, and you should have never saw them as your friends. They were people that wanted to ride your coattails of secular success. And now that those coattails have been clipped, they don't want any parts of you. There should be no surprise here, Shannon. This is what life and a world removed from Jesus Christ, this is what it is. You put your faith and trust in Jesus, and then you're not surprised when the world turns on you when you get in trouble. And so Shannon, if you notice in that clip, he's wearing a chain that has a cross on it. But the T-shirt he has on is the Joker. He's got his feet in both worlds. He's confused. And so therefore he's surprised by how the world reacts when they have no financial gain, no popularity, they can't clout chase off you. There's no benefit to being Shannon Sharpe's friends. And so he's surprised and talking about, haven't called. Well, what did you expect? Were they calling before you had that super successful run? It's the whole conversation seems a bit immature for people as mature or as old as Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco and I think that was Joe Johnson, the former NBA player. And I'm not saying this to scold these guys, but I'm saying like, put your faith in something more sturdy than your financial success, than your YouTube success. It's not surprising that Shannon, when you've been exposed as someone that like maybe sexually harasses women in a serial fashion, you've had these problems. You seem to involve yourself with super young women and give them access and the ability to harm you. You ran around with an openly gay man as your BFF, taking him to games and sitting courtside with your gay stylist, hopping in and out of cars with purses and dressed in a flamboyant way, and you're wondering now that, you can't make people money or they can't chase internet traction off of you, you're wondering why people have stepped away? Of course, they should have stepped away, or they should have been warning you when you were running around with your gay stylist sitting courtside. They should have been warning you when multiple women have made accusations about your misbehavior. They should have been warning you when, you gave this young girl and whoever's controlling her. And I don't want to disparage a young lady because I don't know her, but there are those of us with enough worldly knowledge that would say, like, that sounds like a pimp and a hoe situation. And those words sound super negative, but and they are super negative, but it just sounds like she had some man that had controls over her and was actually advising her. Or maybe she had an older woman that was advising her on how to bilk you out of that money. And so, Shannon, if you had put your faith in the right person, Jesus Christ, and sought wisdom in the Bible, these mistakes that have haunted you and have damaged your image and brand, you would have avoided them. And so the world has turned its back on you for now. And you're at a crossroads. You can choose Christ or you can choose the world. And it's like God and life has told you which direction to go. You're resisting it. I think you have enough biblical knowledge. You had a good enough upbringing. I think you're smart enough to know which direction you should go. But like a lot of us, you just don't have the discipline to go that direction. Not in a real way. It is hard. Trust, I'm in a daily pursuit of choosing the narrow gate, the narrow path. It's hard. And God has given you enough warnings, and life has given you enough warnings that you know which path you should go down. Choose that road, and then you won't be on your podcast complaining that people that weren't your friends are no longer acting like they are your friend.
Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.